everybody, and yes, indeed, away we go with another edition of our wrestling show. Ed Whalen with Pete Montana. Pete, it's nice to be back with you. You have survived somehow in my absence.
I don't know how I did. The last few shows have been really hard on me, Ed, but I'm really glad to have you back.
You talk about guys who are hard on you. I'm looking at guys like Hugh Hart, and now the Abdul Weasal, and we got some important matches tonight.
Well, I think one of the big ones we have to look forward to is Lethal Larry Cameron and the Man of 1001 Holds, Owen Hart. They've had an ongoing feud for Lord knows how long, and they're back at it again tonight.
And we've got some great tag team action, and I noticed in the dressing room the figure of one Steve DeSalvo. I'm not sure what he's doing here.
Well, Strangler Steve is back, and a little later on in the show, we'll find out because I'll have a chance to talk to him.
Okay, Pete, stand by, batten down the hatches. We'll be right back with action. Let us launch the proceedings with the Great Gama and Steve Gillespie. Gama at 220 out of Karachi, Pakistan. Gillespie 210 from Calgary. I can hardly wait to remind the Great Gama that he is an ex-champion.
You know, and everybody here likes to remind him every time they see him now that he's ex-champion. We heard Abu Weasal a second ago giving me heck because I didn't mention him as he was a six-time champion. But the fact remains right now, he's just somebody else in the ring. He doesn't have the belt.
What a thrill it is for me to see Abu Weasal again. Ha! Ha! I'd rather have a migraine headache, I think. Look at Gillespie going against the Great Gama. Now, this is a game kid, this Gillespie. Gama, he's quite a veteran. He'll give him all he can handle, I'm sure. Third man in the ring, Jürgen Herman. He hasn't been put out to pasture yet.
No, not yet. I mean, we've been hoping, along with a lot of other people, Ed, but he's still here.
I think he'd fit in some pastures I've seen. Anyhow, Gama looks a little surly tonight. I am sure he is considerably frustrated by the fact that he lost his title to, of all people, Bruce Hart. That's one guy he would not want to lose to.
And everybody very happy that Bruce was able to win it. It's been a long time coming, and the rivalry between these two, I'm sure it's not over yet.
Got that right. Well, I'm delighted to see the young bloods here. We'll be having a look at them later, and certainly the young bloods against the Black Hearts has to rank as a feature on this show. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. Young Gillespie. Boy, you've got to give him marks for stick-to-itiveness. He's taken an awful lot of pounding. I don't know how he's been in the 5 weeks I've been away. Same thing.
Well, you know, he's had his matches where he's done very, very well, and I thought, you know, but for a few moments that he was actually going to win a few, and I think it's about time that Steve actually gets that opportunity. And wrestling people like the Great Gama, let's face it, he's a very experienced wrestler, a veteran. I mean, it's very, very tough for a young man like Gillespie to really be competitive against a man like that, but he learns every time he's in the ring, and I think very soon we're going to see the emergence of him as a great wrestler.
He's a good kid. I'd like to see that happen. Here it is, the Great Gama against Steve Gillespie. One fall, 20-minute time limit. Ed Whalen at ringside with Pete Montana. And the inimitable Tommy Carr. Back from his international jet setting long enough to pay us a visit. He's been at this old stand for 31 years. And he still looks only 39, roughly speaking. Look out! Just a one count. Gillespie with an impressive move, but a little difficulty there. Small package, 1 and 2. Close call.
Great Great Gamma has been pretty good here the last few chances. First sunset flip, then a small package, and both times able to break out of it. You don't want to give a young guy like Steve Gillespie too many chances like that. Doesn't matter who you are.
Got to tell you something. I was on an aircraft lately en route to Los Angeles for an NHL assignment. And guess what? Guy by the name of Bulldog Bob Brown was on the plane along with Kerry Brown. They were en route to Singapore. Kerry Brown was at the back of the plane getting hammered. He's very good at that. And Bulldog Brown was at the front of the plane with his motor mouth providing a lot of air pollution. It was not a happy flight.
Thank heavens it's not too long a flight, Ed.
It's 2.5 hours or so. I thought it'd never be over, but oh, my. I figured I was having a nightmare. Gamma's having one now. Here's Gillespie jamming him in there. Hey, this kid is learning his stuff. Good hip toss, cover, and a 1 and a 2. That's all. Kid's coming along.
You know, when you get a guy like Gamma going, like Steve Gillespie has him right now, tried, I think, too quick for a pin. You want to wear Gamma out a little more. He's a wily old veteran. You don't want to get him in a situation like this where he can hop out at any time. You got to get him worn down, and I think Steve's trying to do that right now.
Well, be careful, Steve. Better take Pete's advice. There, you see? Ran straight into the neck breaker. And Mamma Mia, that's smarts. Off those ropes, the sleeper. He's got the Cobra on him. Oh, my. He has got the Cobra on him. He has indeed. This could be bye birdie. Whoa. I think he's got him, Pete.
I think he does too. Not very many people are going to be able to get out of that situation. The great Gamma jumping all over Steve Gillespie. We haven't seen Gamma for a few weeks, and here he is back doing what he does best. Six-time champion, former champion now, but you can never count out a guy like the great Gamma. We're going to go into the ring right now. Ed Whalen's going to talk with the great Gamma and Abu Rizal.
Well, imagine that. Imagine, what is this? Am I interrupting something here? Would you mind? I can't believe this. Sure, I has been a former champion, a one-time title holder, right?
Correction, Ed Whalen. I've always been. There's a record number of titles around my waist. The Commonwealth title, I've held it more times than you know how to count,
but
Ed
each
Whalen.
time you win it, that means you've lost. I guess that doesn't add up in your head, huh?
Don't get too smart. I'm a winner. I only see the winning side of this, and I came back because everybody knows how Bruce Hart got that belt. I'm not a crybaby. I'm not complaining about Bruce. All you're going to do is hide behind your father's promotion. But one of these days, I'm going to get you out of here. You're going to have to put that strap on the line, and I'm going to win it for the record 7th time.
Yeah, okay. When I was away, had hopes that maybe you'd straighten out your life. Nothing has changed.
I did straighten out my life, Mr. Whalen. Everybody saw it in TV land, and every stupid moron saw it in the arena. I gave Davey Boy the wrestling lesson of his life. I took him the distance, 60 minutes. 60 minutes we went, Davey Boy, and you couldn't beat me. And the next week, you were so frustrated, you had to bring a foreign object in the ring and pound me. Well, I still didn't go down, Davey Boy. I kept on getting up, and you couldn't knock me down. And you were so frustrated, you body slammed the referee, you knocked him down and got yourself suspended because you knew the bruise was coming back. You knew the bruise was coming back after you, Davey Boy. And all I can say, it's a good thing you did get suspended because the bruise is standing right here. I'm going to stand my ground. And this score isn't over yet, Davey Boy. I want to face you one more time, and I'm going to beat you like a red-headed moron. You were as nervous as a long-tailed rat.
We got some wrestling to do. I don't want to listen to any more of this crap. And as for you, Bert,
We're going to do it. Davey Boy, stick here right away.
get him out of here. Here's Pete Montana. Get him out of here.
Joining me is Hugh Hart, Lethal Larry Cameron, and the Archangel all here at once. I mean, this is a lot of beef on the hoof right here. Larry, you've got that wonderful belt and a big match tonight with Owen Hart once again. Here we go again.
That's right, Mr. Pete. Owen Hart, I must admit,
I underestimated you last week. I took you a little light. Everybody saw I picked you up off the mat over and over again. Owen Hart, you're a good wrestler, but I'm a great wrestler. Tonight, it would be no picking up, Owen. I would be on you like white on rice. I'm going to beat you from pillar to post. I'm going to beat you like a drum and drive you like a nail. Because you are capable or capitalize on my mistake, Owen. But that will never happen again. Even the greatest teams in any professional sports have lost once, Owen. But you learn from that. And I learned, Owen, because I will beat you beyond recognition. And tonight, when the leader one leave the ring, I will still be the North America heavyweight champion. And that's another thing, Mr. Pete, if there's some guy by the name of JD, I don't know what the JD stands for. It could be dumb jock, but that's exactly what he is. I have a complication with JD down in Kansas City. He confronted me in the parking lot, and I laid him out in the cold, bleeding like a stuffed pig. But JD, you got more brains than guts. You come up here looking for a whooping, JD. Do yourself a favor. Save your family the embarrassment. Pack your bags and go home. Because ain't nothing you're going to get here, JD. There's only two things that can happen here. It's either my way or the highway. Because I am the star of the show. I've been the star of the show everywhere I go. And you just a boy, JD, and you still need to grow. Because I am the irresistible force, and this is the unmovable option. And together, there's nothing in this universe that can stop us. And Owen Hart, one more thing. If you decide to have your brother, your cousin, your daddy, or anybody else to interfere in this match tonight, I got my main man, Art Angel, bagging my back. It won't be no funny stuff, Owen. Tonight, when I leave the ring, I will still be the North America heavyweight champion.
The North American heavyweight champion, Lethal Larry Cameron, the undefeated Archangel, and Hugh Hart. Great team, you bet they are.
Valentino, you're getting into trouble.
Well, there's just where you don't want to be. And now Vinny Valentino is going to suffer because referee Burton Thomas is over here talking to Sumo Hara. Now he's going to rush in and try and count him off. Vinny Valentino's paying for it, and anytime you get in a ring, especially with two guys like Johnny Smith and the Archangel, I mean, what are you going to do? Here's a double teaming him now. No, thank you.
Well, Johnny Smith is pretty proud of himself. He's got some very blonde girls back there in about the third or fourth row who are cheering for Johnny Smith. What is happening to modern society?
Well, I have a feeling that they may be cheering more for the Archangel.
Oh, okay. You think so? You think a little lust for that body? Is that what we're talking here?
Well, you know, it's highly possible. And
no.
more, yeah.
No, not those girls. Okay, back. That's our social note for today. Back at mid-ring, look out. Oh, my. Oh, my. He was slammed from long distance. Smith in control right now, but there's a long way to go. You are watching the British Bruiser, Johnny Smith, his partner, the Archangel. They're up against Sumo Hara and Vinny Valentino. We're moving toward the 10-minute mark, 30-minute time limit. And right now, Valentino, who has been so spectacular, has run into difficulty with this guy. Archangel is choking. He's going to be shown a card.
One yellow card for the
A yellow card by Burt Thomas, the referee. Richly deserved. Look out. Over the top rope, and that's a no-no.
There is. The Archangel, too, if he can, he has a very popular move he calls pounding the pavement. And if he gets that one on Vinny Valentino or Sumo Hara, they'll be in a lot of trouble. You'll notice that we haven't seen Sumo Hara in the ring at all either. And it would be to the advantage of Vinny Valentino and Sumo Hara for him to get in there because he's so quick. He's really a great partner with Vinny because he sets him off so nicely. But he isn't going to be able to get in the ring unless Vinny gets back in there to get a tag. The Archangel does not like Sumuhara. They do not get along, and Sumuhara seems to have his number as well.
Valentino having some problems. The referee is not paying any attention to what's going on.
You know, when Burton Thomas first came here, I mean, look at him. He's a senior official, the senior IWA official. We thought he was going to clean things up, but of late, he's been looking a little straight, like he's not worrying about this match, and at least he's so busy chatting with Sumuhara. Now they're pushing each other. Johnny Smith's helping him. This is very, very, very out of the ordinary. And meanwhile, poor Vinny Valentino's over there getting the heck beat out of him by the Archangel outside the ring.
Crowd is giving the "We Want a Ref" chant. Austin Crab, he's got him over. Pouring on the pressure, but he's got leverage on the ropes. Now he moves away. Oh, he's using the ropes. He's using the ropes. I can't believe this guy Thomas. Tell you, I'm getting frustrated sitting here. Well, at last he saw him. At last the tired old eyeballs had a look at the guy holding the rope. It only took him 5 minutes.
I don't know. He's over here busy having a feud of his own with Sumuhara. I mean, they're really pushing and shoving and slapping each other. And meanwhile, the real fight is going on over here, and Vinny Valentino having some problems with Johnny Smith.
Well, you know that Valentino's going to hang in there. Well, come on. This is outside the ring. There's a yellow card for Johnny Smith, so the Archangel and Smith have 2 yellow cards now. If the referee would pay attention, we'd have a look. Valentino's got to get over to make a tag. No question, no question. And of course, Sumuhara was over trying to give him aid. And the net result wasn't in the corner when Valentino got there. Problems for the kid from Brooklyn.
Absolutely incredible. Vinny Valentino grew up in Brooklyn, New York. That is, of course, one of the toughest neighborhoods in the world. He is a very tough man. He was a tough kid, it had to be, and he can take it, but he can't take it much longer.
You ever been to Brooklyn?
No.
Looks like World War II. I mean, it's unbelievable. It was kind of a shell, a lot of burned out buildings because the firemen are afraid to go in there. So I hear what you're saying about Vinny Valentino. He came out of that neighborhood, those kinds of situations. He's got to be a tough kid. He's also a very likable kid. Right now he's being taught a lesson, however, by the Archangel. Whoa, down he goes. Very hard to make that stick.
Oh, especially on a guy as strong as the Archangel. I mean, look at those thighs. He claps those legs around your head like that with one smack, and it's got to be like 2 tree trunks. Now, imagine, Ed, the Archangel and Lethal Larry Cameron as a tag team. Imagine them together, as ruthless as they are, as powerful as they are, and they're going to be together very soon, and I just can't imagine what they'll be like.
I don't want to think about that. Is that all right with you?
It's fine.
All right. I'll take a recess on that thought. Whoa, ugly. There's a one, but he got his leg up on the rope. Look at this. As he got him, he's going to stop him from up there. Oh, my. What's he doing? All right. Valentino managed to get the knees up. Can he make the tag? The answer is yes. Here it comes, Sumo Hara. House cleaning time. Look at him fly, Pete.
Boy, I'll tell you, 223 pounds, but he's an awfully strong 223, and he is handling both the British Bruiser and the Archangel. No problem. Thank you very much. Sumo Hara is on the warpath. Whoa!
Oh, mamma mia, can he move? Gonna pull him over, big suplex applied with definite authority. The cover, and it's a 1. It's a 2, and that's all. Whoa! He landed heavily on his head. I was worried about his neck, but Sumo Hara gets up.
Well, he's in great shape, and that's probably a testament to the fact, that he's in great shape. That was a missed move there on somebody's part, and I think Sumo Hara just managed to save himself a little bit, but only for a second, because look out now. Here comes the Archangel, and if he pounds the pavement with Sumo Hara, they'll be checking him on the hospital tomorrow, because he'll be in trouble, and that's what he's doing. He's taking him up for the Tower of Power, and when he drops him, whoa, that's all she wrote. Sumo Hara could be in big trouble.
Well, the Archangel and Johnny Smith scoring the win there. Not a particularly popular victory, as you might judge by the reaction of the crowd. However, be that as it may, there's no question, I think, of the strength of those two, Smith and the Archangel, making quite a combination. I'd like to see them in the ring against somebody like Luther, you know, Larry Cameron, lethal Larry Cameron. The three of them might kill each other, and it would clean up the territory considerably. Right now, let's go up to the ring. Pete has a couple of guests.
Look who we have here. The man of 1001 holds, Owen Hart. And Owen, finally, the North American Heavyweight Championship. The bout is tonight with Lethal Larry Cameron.
Well, you know, Pete, I couldn't ask for anything more. Now, I want to give Lethal Larry all the credit in the world. He fought me last week, and we had a classic battle. But when everything was said and done, Lethal Larry Cameron, you went down. Now, Lethal Larry Cameron, I know you broke my trophy. You busted that trophy. You tried to bruise my ego before I came in the ring, but that only gave me more incentive, Lethal Larry, to come in here tonight and beat you for that North American belt. And Lethal Larry Cameron, I'm ready for it. You know, I could have been more happy last week when there was a 1, 2, 3. The happiness, it shot through my whole body. And tonight, it's going to make it that much more special with that North American belt on the line. I know in my heart, Lethal Larry Cameron, I can do it. And tonight's my night, and I'm going to do it.
You know it. Owen Hart says he's going to do it tonight. North American Heavyweight Championship with Lethal Larry Cameron. A great bout last week, and we'll see another one this week. Let's go ringside with Ed Whalen.
Must have left the zoo doors unlocked. I mean, here they are, the Black Hearts. I've got a message for you.
What's that, Ed?
Pete Montana, take your hands off. Pete Montana, last week I watched the show. Two of your henchmen did this. They grabbed him by the shirt, and I'm going to tell you something. You lay one hand on one announcer. You too, Buster. You lay one hand on an announcer, I will buy the tar, I will be the feathers, and you're gone. Now get that straight. Do not touch an announcer on this show. Get him out of here.
Hey, well, you know I've never lied, Waylon.
I saw it.
I didn't say anything. Let me talk. These are the Black Hearts. They're the reigning tag team champions. The Young Bloods are coming out. They say we've been hiding. Pro Wrestling Illustrated says otherwise. They've been in a tournament for 5 weeks. Young Bloods, you're a very, very good team. I'm not going to take that away from you. I would be a fool, and so would this people. But like I said, when my team gels all together, we gel to the top. You beat a second-rate team for your titles. This team isn't second-rate. Get ready, Young Bloods. I think you're going to have to earn your name tonight, and you won't earn the titles.
And you'll give the message to your boys, won't you? Hands off announcers.
Ed, they do what they like. It's like I said on TV.
You got the message. Forget it. I don't want to hear your explanation. Here's an important message.
balls. They can...
Introducing first, from Hollywood, California,
Pete Montana in the ring. He is introducing Goldie Rogers. The Powder Pigeon prances around the ring, 223. This is a guy I want to see.
At 252 pounds, D.J. Peterson.
D.J. Peterson.
Your referee is...
Good size, 252, St. Joseph, Missouri. This is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Jurgen Herman is explaining the rules to Goldie Rogers. That's pretty silly, isn't it? I'm not sure that Goldie Rogers speaks English. Oh, no. Now, why would he do that? I don't like his chances of messing up this guy, not one bit. But he's going to get him momentarily. Peterson had trouble getting the jacket off, and that allowed Rogers to attack, sunglasses and all.
You know, we're not used to that from Goldie Rogers, and I'm sure D.J. Peterson's heard about him. He's had to wrestle him before in other territories, and he's used to Goldie taking all that time. Figured he could turn his back. Well, Goldie pulled a switch this time, and you know he has to, because there he is, 252 pounds. And he took Goldie's glasses off for him. There you go. Whoa!
Well, you've seen him before, and you like him, and I'm reading in the program that he's a close friend of Owen Hart, and they tagged on several occasions last year in Japan.
Well, you can imagine those two together. He's a pretty big man, but look at him fly. I mean, for 252 pounds and as big as he is, about 6'1 and a half, 6'2", he's very quick, very fast, very athletic, and he and Owen Hart would really complement themselves.
It's all over. It's all over. He slapped that deathlock on him, and bang, in no time flat, the bout was over. It was just 1 minute and 10 seconds, and can you believe just a tremendous performance there. Here he is, the Commonwealth Med Heavyweight Champion. I gotta shake your hand, Bruce. Congratulations. What a warm feeling.
Thanks very much, Ed, and it's great to see you back, especially after all you've been through. It's really something that all the fans have been concerned about, so it's really a pleasure to have Mr. Wrestling back. Right now, my priorities are retaining that belt and doing a great job with it. I just come back from a trip to the United Kingdom. I had a couple of matches over there with Andy Robin up in Scotland, and I defended the belt successfully there. And then I had another match with my old nemesis, Marty Jones, in the Albert Hall in London, and I won that match as well. One of my prime nemesis, the Great Gamma, is back here right now, so I'm not going to be backing away from him. I'll take him on any place. He's a worthy contender, that's for sure. You know, he's held the belt. I don't agree with his style or anything else, but there's some other outstanding talent here that are viable contenders for that belt, including Chris Benoit, Biff Wellington. So I'm looking forward to any and all contenders, and I hope I can emerge victorious and do that belt justice.
Okay, thank you, Bruce, very much. A very worthy Commonwealth mid-heavyweight champion, Bruce Hart. His head turned. There's going to be an attempt at skullduggery, but Biff Wellington assured it didn't happen. Benoit caught him coming in. Does a little destruction job on destruction. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we are at the 5-minute mark. This is a one-fall affair, 45-minute time limit. Watch out.
Oh, baby, that's gonna hurt. And I'll tell you, destruction is taking the brunt of the punishment of this bout so far, and Chris Benoit is the one who's been dishing it out.
Little double duty by Apocalypse. Destruction makes the tag. And Chris Benoit gets set to greet him.
This set is definitely the weirder of the two. Apocalypse is the strange one. This is the guy I think they let out of the funny farm, because he tends to shriek and yell at time to time, this little, I don't know what it is, like a bird call sort of thing. And his head twists back and forth like he really doesn't know where he is, and he worries me a little bit because he's the kind of guy that could just, see what I mean? Screams and yells, he could lose it. He's very odd, and he's hurt.
Oh, my. Watch it now. You know, there's something in which Benoit has improved so immensely. Strength. The Benoit I knew about 3 years ago could never have withstood a collision in mid-ring with a man that size.
No, it's if you've never been in a situation like that, it's pretty hard to tell you what it feels like. And you really are. I mean, you're winded, you're hurt, you're bruised, and you're almost unconscious at times because of the weight difference, because of the amount of... it's like two cars hitting each other at about 60 miles an hour. I guess that's about the best way to describe it.
You need good power. Blackheart's being persuaded to get back in the ring. I think they were having a meditation session. Here he is. Apocalypse. Something's got to give here. Beautiful clothesline by Wellington. Fires him right out of the ring. I think they want to quit. I think they want to quit. I think they've had it.
I can't believe that. That's incredible. I mean, they walked out. There you see it. They're gone. They're out of here. And they're being counted out right now. And it doesn't surprise me that they would do that. They're worried about the young bloods. And if they get... Well, they're back. They're back.
Well, we almost thought for a fleeting moment they were gonzo. You're watching the Blackhearts. Apocalypse and Destruction out of Salem, Massachusetts. In the ring against the Youngbloods, the fine Alberta combination of Chris Benoit and Biff Wellington. We're moving toward the 10-minute mark. One fall, 45-minute time limit. And Wellington is on the receiving end right now for the Blackhearts. A yellow card, that's the first one to be shown. He's choking. It's Destruction doing the choking. Referee Bert Thomas having a little bit of a problem keeping this thing under control.
It doesn't surprise me. He's had a lot of trouble lately, and I don't know if... Sometimes I wonder about Burton Thomas. I mean, he started off real good, and now it's almost like it's on purpose. I wouldn't like to believe that, but it's almost like it's on purpose at times, the way he does things in the ring.
Look out, behind Thomas, flying off the top, and at ringside, we see a flattened Biff Wellington. Wellington, the victim of a headbutt, gets thrown into the ring, but he really got softened up on the outside by Apocalypse. And we have hit the 10-minute mark. One fall, 45 minutes. Wellington, the leg up on the rope, no problem. There's a second yellow card. Second yellow card. Well, he could yellow card him right out of this match, couldn't he? Because why don't you call it there?
Boy, that's incredible, that move they just put on Biff Wellington. They're double team, and that really puts Biff in a bad position. He's on his back right now, and he's going through it again. He's being counted off in a chokehold, and they don't. That's what I like about Burton Thomas. The one thing I do like about him, he physically gets involved. He'll get in there and grab him up. But they are the tag team champions, and they're not the tag team champions for nothing, as we're about to see once again. Watch this one.
Just a 2 count. Destruction. Going after Wellington. You know, they're choking and various other nefarious tactics, I like that phrase, have cost the Youngbloods, have cost them.
Certainly has. And the one thing about the Youngbloods is, though, they are in great shape. And never count them out. You can never count these guys out.
Double whammy again. Boy, the rollover, and he flattened him, didn't he? And again, he's doing the choke thing. My goodness. Wellington gets in nicely, comes over the top. Boy, did he catch him. Oh, did he flatten him coming in. But Wellington is shaken as well, and has got to get over there for the tag. Can he do it? He did it. Look out. Look out. Here we go. Oh, my. Benoit slugging away. Great work. Drives his man off the ropes, over the top. I love it.
Chris Benoit don't want to upset him, and he's not in a good mood right now. Oh, Destruction is feeling a little destruction of his own. A 2 count there.
Fires him over. Beautiful clothesline. Cover again. 1. Destruction is being destroyed right about now. Everybody's after everybody.
Here we go. The Youngbloods look like they're going to do a little double head banging here. That's what we got. Oh, that backfired in a major way. And now Chris Benoit left in the ring, and both the Blackhearts working on Chris Benoit, the Youngbloods, and he is in trouble, Ed.
Biff Wellington has stumbled out of the ring. Benoit is left by himself. There's Wellington trying to get up to his feet. Oh, they fouled him on the ropes. Benoit was fouled on the ropes. Now, both he and Wellington are in all sorts of trouble. Just a minute, the match is not over, even though the Blackhearts are holding up their arms in triumph. Oh, look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen to that crowd. Oh, my. Oh, my. The Blackhearts are totally enraged. There is no question that Wellington got an arm up and managed to pull a Blackheart's leg, resulting in him being flattened, and the result meant that the Youngbloods came through victorious. It was a tremendous win, and no matter how you cut it, the fact remains the Youngbloods have a chance to challenge now in a title match for the International Tag Team belt. Here's Pete Montana.
Joining me now is Biff Wellington and Chris Benoit, the Youngbloods. A great match for the two of you. And now, Chris, you have to get that title match.
Well, we proved to ourselves tonight. We proved to all the people tonight. And we proved to the Blackhearts that they're nothing but cowards. We beat them tonight in here from post to post. We did everything possible to them. They knew they were beat. They took the coward's way out. Low blow on the top rope. We had you guys beat tonight. You've got no choice now but to put your belts up. Biff and I are ranked #1. You've got no other choice but to put your belts up for one last time. And one last time it will be, because after next week, the Youngbloods will once again be the tag team champions.
Great. Biff, you've been waiting for these guys to come back for a long time, and you've got that shot.
You know, it's like Chris said tonight. We came in the ring, we did whatever we wanted to do with these guys. We beat them from pillar to post. There was nothing they could do about it. We don't know too much about you Youngbloods. We haven't seen your tapes, nothing, because you only came here, you stole the belts from Samurai Warriors, you took off. But you came back tonight, me and Chris, we know we got those belts back. You two wear those masks, because if I wrestled like you two, I would wear masks too, because all you do is go around, you don't want to show your faces anywhere after performances you put in the rings. you call yourselves champions. You meet us here in the ring next week. You put those belts on along and act like champions.
The Youngbloods, they want to be the new tag team champions. They'll get that shot next week. We'll be right back with more wrestling action.
Oh no, he went straight through, straight into the post, caught it on his left shoulder. Is this the turning point? I don't know.
Well, Lethal Larry's not in the best shape either. They're both in a little trouble, but Owen had to hurt his shoulder. He had to hurt it straight into the ring post with the force that he had intended for Lethal Larry. And now, the big North American heavyweight champion looks like he's about to get his due on Owen Hart.
He looks so battered. But Owen hitting that ring post did some damage that has certainly slowed him down after nearly 8 solid minutes of what you might call devastation as far as Lethal Larry was concerned. Cameron's giving it every ounce of strength that he possesses right now.
He certainly is, and he is hurting. You can see it in him because Lethal Larry really is a much quicker wrestler, a much faster wrestler. He's not just strong. We've seen him strong with Davey Boy Smith, and we've seen him fast and agile when he goes up against a guy like Owen Hart. Lethal Larry can do it all, but he's hurting a little bit right now. But if he gets his win back like he really can, like the champion he is, before Owen Hart can recover, this match will be over.
He covers. Jürgen Hermann does a very deliberate long count, but I'll give him credit for this. He does it for both fighters always.
Yeah, he does. I mean, if there's one thing you can say about Jürgen Hermann, it's a deliberate count, like you say, for both guys, so it's really fair for everyone. It's like bad ice for both teams.
Owen trying, gets in a couple of elbows. He's coming back. No, sir. He got caught going by. Lethal Larry may be staggering. Fact remains, he's still a tough hombre, even when he's wounded. 1 fall, 1 hour. We're moving in on 10 minutes. I don't know what his record was for consecutive wins. When I left here a few weeks back, he had compiled 83. But Owen Hart defeated him last week.
Took care of business. That's exactly what he did. It's really 108 consecutive was actually what it was by the time Owen actually beat him. He had 108 consecutive wins, did Lethal Larry, and he was hurt inside as a person, if that's possible. Oh, that hurts.
Little bulldogging there. 1, 2. Cameron is shocked. He thought he had him. 108 consecutive wins. What a string. Now he's starting all over again. But Owen Hart might plan to interrupt that. Look at them gonna work here. Oh my, he was jet propelled.
Whoa, I'll tell you, the former Shenley Award winner, Lethal Larry Cameron, in trouble. Manages to get out of that one. But he is definitely in trouble now. This match is going back and forth. much like we expected it to, between two great wrestlers.
Whoa. We are back to 2+, and we have had some close calls. And thank heavens there's no Hugh Hart on the premises. Maybe they'll get it settled in the middle of the ring. Hard to make it stick. Surely Casey Houston at ringside wouldn't interfere, would she? Nice lady like that.
Well, I'd like to think she wouldn't, but Ed, you just never know, do you?
Look at that. The drop kick beautifully timed as Cameron was coming off the ropes. Owen's going to go upstairs. Down he comes. This guy is such a hero to these people. Indeed, wherever he appears. No matter what continent he appears on. Beautifully done. Look at the nip up. And he's ready to go. We're moving on toward the 15-minute mark now. Rolled off of him. Oh, just a minute. Just a minute. What was that?
That was the Archangel. That's what that was. I don't know where he came from. The next thing you know, Owen Hart is on the floor outside the ring, and Lethal Larry is going out to greet him as only Lethal Larry can, and I don't like the looks of this.
You're going to drive him? The answer is in the affirmative. Oh, my. Oh, my. He flattened him out on the concrete. They count him out. They count him out. And so you scored a win for Lethal Larry Cameron. You scored as some more of an example of skullduggery. And as a result, Cameron retains his belt. But he needed the help, didn't he, of the Archangel? He absolutely needed it. I don't know that he can have anything to be proud of, but he'll be proud of it anyway. Well, I must tell our television audience that subsequent to the ending of that match, Luther, that Cameron, whatever he is, he pummeled Owen Hart from stem to stern. The guy was lying helpless, and finally...
Shut up, Ed Whelan! You had no business sticking your nose in my business, DJ Peterson. I thought you learned your lesson in Kansas City when I laid you out in the snow, boy.
I learned a lesson.
What is your problem, man?
Just what kind of man
Just
you
when
are.
I was figuring out Owen Hart,
Yeah.
you stuck your nose in my
that-
business.
you call
And I
that-
don't like that, man.
You're trying to
Nobody
trouble
stick their
people.
nose in my
You're trying to
business.
Well, look out. He hit him with a solid clothesline. You've had a belly full of this guy, haven't you? He says he'll fight you. You want him. I know you want him. He's too frustrated to even talk. This is disgusting.
People out here trying to cripple me. This is wrestling. This is professional wrestling. This isn't a parking lot. It isn't a
That's
bar.
right.
You ain't got no business. Nobody has any business in the world dropping somebody on their face on concrete. I don't give a damn who it is. Lethal Larry Cameron. Nobody's got the right to do that to anybody, especially Owen Hart.
You got that right. He pummeled Owen Hart. Owen Hart was virtually unconscious, and he did a job on
And he will
some
pay.
hero.
He will pay, I promise you.
I'll tell you, there's a guy who could get the bill settled.
I think so. He's big, he's strong, he's tough. He's DJ Peterson. Lethal Larry Cameron's in for some trouble.
Well, Pete Montana, as per usual, I always enjoyed working with you. It's been a while, but here we are again.
Well, it was great working with you too, Ed, and please come back some more.
All right. I'll tell you what. I may do it next time, but in the meantime, and in between time, that's it. Another edition of TSN Wrestling. Bye-bye now.
And Lethal Larry Cameron got hung up, and I think he hurt himself going into the ropes.
I'll tell you what, DJ Peterson is getting some payback here. They're trading blows back and forth. Cameron, Peterson now. Cameron with a little tactic of his own, and I'll tell you.
Flag, good to